Hi everyone, Kim here with this week's live oracle card readings. How are you all? How are you traveling through this tricky time of the year? It can get very busy. Everybody can feel a little bit hurried. Just remember that everything will happen as it's meant to, and if it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant to. So take a breath, take a moment. Remember that it's just one day of the year, and it's about what is it about for you? What is this festive season about for you? Take your time to reflect on that. We are just past the full moon. I saw beautiful, shadow on the moon as we were driving home last night. From seeing Oprah live, amazing, incredible, so much wisdom just listening to her speak. And I wanted to share with you the things that I was reminded of listening to her, and things that we've all heard before, but it's lovely to hear it from such a influential woman, and a woman that's been through a lot of adversity to achieve and do good in the world. She does some amazing things, and one of the things that she really reminded everybody in her speak was it's never too late to achieve your dreams. If you can dream it, then you are setting that pattern out in the world. So the possibility of achieving it is absolutely real. So it's about trusting and looking for the clues as to where the universe is guiding you. That we all have greatness in us, that everything that we have been through, moved through, has brought us to this moment, and we are, a different person to who we were yesterday, last week, last year. To recognize that and remember that, and when we are starting new chapters, we're not starting from the beginning, we're starting with experience. That's particularly applicable for a lot of women that might be, ending a relationship and moving into a new relationship, ending a career and moving into a new career. It's not a starting from scratch, it's starting from experience. So remember that too. The power of intention. And I talked a little bit about this on the weekend in our women's circle, and as I felt called last weekend or the end of last week to tidy up my vision board, have a look at what had been achieved, and what I could remove because the experience had been had and it had been achieved, and what space needed to be created for new things to come. And I pointed out to my partner to read a couple of paragraphs that he wrote down about his work, and we like to always put on the bottom this or something better, because the universe has an amazing vantage point. And he read it and he said, "Oh wow, I've achieved all of that and it's way better." So, the power of intention, to be clear about what it is that we want and then let the universe know. Writing it down, putting it on your vision board, but coming from truth in you, what's really important for you, and what is it that you desire. And also that everything that has happened to you, or I prefer to say for you, has been an opportunity and will continue to be an opportunity for you to meet yourself at a more authentic, deeper level. So you've done nothing wrong in your life. Adversity is there for us to know ourselves more deeply, and that is the point. The big picture point is for us to really understand who are we, and remember that we are having this human experience. We are spiritual beings, light beings, and we come into these bodies and we forget who we are and the potential that we have within us, and things happen in life and we can let them weigh us down. And just this morning I was reflecting on a particularly difficult time in my life, and I brought new energy and new perspective to that time, and I realized, wow, yeah, that's part of it too for me. I can really let that go, let the shame of that go, and really release that, because that definitely was holding me back on some level. So incredible evening. On the other piece was that to remember the magic of this co-creative process. So there was so much more. She was amazing. Melissa Doyle really didn't say very much, which it was a conversation with her. She did ask some beautiful questions, which was great. But Oprah is so well practiced at speaking and having conversations. So it was, a privilege and an honor. I was there with my partner Mike and my beautiful daughter, so very, very blessed. I'm just doing a refresh here. I'm waiting for all these lovely comments. I know you're all there, but my computer's going a little slow this morning. So let's pull an overall card and then we'll get on, and hopefully my computer has righted itself by then. Come on. Okay. There we go. All right, let me say hi to a few people. Alrighty, hey Sharon, nice to see you. Of course you can have a card. I will pull the overall card. Hi Lisa Turner, hi Lisa Tinson. I am well, thank you. Bronwyn, nice to see you as well. Okay. Hey Brooke, of course you can have a card. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. I think it's next week. Beautiful. All right, let's pull an overall, and then anybody else that's on here that would like a card, just pop a yes please in the comments. I'll do a refresh. Oh, and there's a card jumping. Look at this, attraction, really playing into what we just spoke about. So attraction, what are we pulling towards us? Are we pulling towards us that which we desire? And I'm not talking about, straight away I'm being shown the vision of the movie The Secret, which of course we all loved and was super powerful back in 2006, and it really put words to things that I'd been doing for a long time. I don't say that to be cocky, I say that just because for some reason I had a remembrance that we could achieve by dreaming and visualizing. I didn't have the wording for it back then. But with The Secret, there was quite a bit of, or some parts of it left out. But it did the job that it was meant to, was to open our eyes to the potential and possibility of how the law of attraction works. So we are vibrational beings. We attract by who we're being. And it is about when we put out there that we have a new desire and are wanting something different in our lives, then what will often show up is everything that is in the way of us achieving that, for us to have a look at it and let it go. So yes, we do attract by our desire and putting the vision out there into the universe, and that's why I love vision boards so much. It really helps to keep us on track. And then it's noticing when we're focusing on that and dreaming on that and imagining on that things will pop up that might be holding us back from achieving that. Now that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. That actually means you're absolutely in the field doing exactly what is required. So then look at that limiting belief or that old thought process or that wound that is perhaps holding you back. Sit with it. Go and sit with somebody that can hold space for you do what you need to do so that you can allow yourself to connect more deeply with the truth of who you are. So what a beautiful card, and lovely for this time of year. Okay, that's the overall. Let's do this. Sharon. It's right there sticking out. Okay, we've got this assessing. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if it was you, but I know this card came out last week. Again, higher perspective. So I'm going to remind you of the question: if there were no limitations, so no energy limitations, no financial limitations, no time limitations, no other people in our family limitations, just purely what your heart and soul desires, plan from that space. And I'm feeling like, because I'm seeing the telescope there, I'm feeling like it's a particular area. There's one particular thing that you're feeling like, or you're letting that conversation go, oh, but there's. So sit with that and pull the but there's away, and then allow the magic. Ooh, nice one. Bronwyn. Oh, we've got two Bronwyns today. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going with Bronwyn. Oh, and you both, isn't that bizarre? This is vibrational for sure. So Bronwyn, Rinui. I'm not even going to try and get my mouth all around that after a late night. And then we've got Bronwyn Robertson as well. So let's do Bronwyn Rinui. I've butchered that. Sorry. Okay, let's pull a card. If you have a particular question, hold the energy of that question. And I'll refresh in a second and catch those comments up. Bear with me. I've had a few of you book in for the review, and looking forward to 26 session. So if you'd like that, I'll pop the link in again here later, a little bit further on. Fruition. Look at the abundance that she's carrying in her, all around her, in that beautiful headdress. She's got full moon energy, so light's full on, and things are coming to fruition. So this is either a confirmation card, or you're very close to realizing something that you've been putting out there for a while. Good news is coming, is what they're saying. So or good news is on its way is more accurate. So I feel that sense of excitement building in my heart space, and I feel like it's something that you've been working towards for a very long time. So the celebration time is almost here. Let me know if you know what that's in relationship to, or if it's going to be a surprise for you. Love it. All right, Brooke. I think yesterday I sent out an email to my database. If you're not on my database and you would like to be, just please pop a comment email in the comments and I'll make sure I connect with you. But letting everybody know that I'm working right up until the 23rd of December, and then I will be off until the 13th of January. So just 2 weeks off, and this is acceptance. So Brooke, this is the acceptance of the support and divine guidance that's coming through for you. And I feel like the mind's created a lot of chatter. So it's kind of confusing you is the word that's being said. So really glad that you've got a session booked. We can really address that. But for now, just breathing into your heart and coming back to your heart space, and do what you need to do to try to quieten that mind. And when I say try to quieten that mind, nature's a wonderful place to be able to just sit and look, or sit in your garden and look at the trees, or just allowing things to quieten down a little bit. give yourself a break from, we live in a world that has got so much stimulation. We've got our phones at our fingertips all the time. There's habits these days that people are watching TV and scrolling on their phones at the same time. Like, we're just bombarding our systems with stimulation all the time. So practicing some quiet time so that the mind can rest and you can hear your heart. Oh, I hope that assists you. All right. Bronwyn Robertson, and then I will refresh the comments. Is it that? No, there was two there. We just want one, please. There it is. Sovereignty. This is a reminder. You give out so much to so many people, and a reminder that you are the queen of your life, the queen of your castle, and to remember your poise and your position. You've got beautiful posture, so you're a beautiful dancer, but it's this energy poise that I'm talking about, that you keep some for yourself, bringing energy back into your field. Doing that practice of imagining, your feet on the ground and connecting some roots down through the layers of the earth to the center of the earth, bringing that energy up, running it up through your chakra system. And if you don't remember all the colors, don't worry about it. The intention is good enough. And then out the top of your crown and connecting up above, and then allowing that beautiful bubble of whatever color energy feels right. It could be white, it could be any color of the rainbow, and having that bubble around yourself and allowing it to be as close in or as far out. If you need a little bit more space, you push that bubble out a bit further. Fill it with your energy and remember that you are safe and protected within that, and that will help you to keep the boundary around people that are just demanding more and more and more of your energy and attention. Doing this as a daily practice, or it might be multiple times a day, to keep coming back to your sovereignty, what's important for you. You can't keep giving at the expense of yourself. Okay, they're saying she got it. Okay, I won't harp on that point. Beautiful. Let me see what's happening here. Here we go. All right. Okay, beautiful. Lisa Turner, yes, absolutely. To write that. Hi Barbara, how are you? And of course you can have a card. Hi Gail, nice to see you. Okay. Brooke saying, thank you, Kim. So that landed. Lovely. Alrighty. Gail, if you'd like a card, just pop a yes, please, in the comments. Alright, Lisa Turner. Okay. Pleasure. You are a busy, busy lady, remembering the joy. Oh, that was the other piece that Oprah said last night, that she lives in the joy space. So if it's not joy, she spoke a lot about, people that in your life that you, they might say something and you kind of go, that's generally an indication to pay attention. Maybe they're not the highest vibration for you. Maybe they're not completely in alignment with you. So trust your own intuition, but focus on your joy, your pleasure, not always offering it to please other people. What is it that brings you joy, brings you pleasure, bringing that back into balance. And I know we speak about these things a lot, but it's because we all need reminding to bring that balance in. Having fun, laughing, absolutely bringing the joy back into your life and bring that balance when you're working a lot and, can get out of alignment. Alrighty, hope that serves you. Barbara. Alrighty. Realization. This is automatically slowed down. There's a different portal. It feels like this is in sacred space, so in meditation, in contemplation, out in nature, wherever it is that you do that for yourself, and new information coming through for you that will shift something, new perspective. But I've got a sort of feeling of some sadness there. So it could be disappointment. It doesn't feel like heavy sadness, so it might be disappointment. For you to be able to receive a different perspective. Yeah, I was going to say new information, a different perspective. But it's in that quiet, still, gentle place that information comes through. I hope that makes sense for you and is of service. Overall message in that, right, is making sure that we create quiet moments so that we can reflect and allow. Let me see if I've covered off on everybody thus far. Bronwyn Robertson says, yes, I got it all right. Thank you. Okay, that's great. Barbara's put some hearts there, so that's beautiful. Whilst I'm waiting for those comments to catch up, I'm just going to go and grab that link. Where is that? Soul Review is what I termed it. Okay, let's pop that in here. Gorgeous. I'll do another quick refresh. Taking a minute to load there. All right. I'll just give that a moment. I'll just jump on my phone and see if I've missed anybody. That's trying to refresh itself. Tina, hi. Would you like a card, Tina? Just pop a yes, please, in the comments. I'll just have a look at these other comments, but turn that right down. Alrighty. We'll see if I can get this to do it up here. But I'll pull a card for Tina anyway, because I feel like I often miss Tina. I know I did last week. Okay. All right, let's do a card for Tina. There it is here. Faith. Faith. Good opportunity for you to have a little review of what your faith is. What does faith look like for you? What do you believe in? Are these beliefs true to you and of your own putting together, or are you following along a path or a way that somebody else has shown to you, and just checking in if that's still fitting completely aligned with you, or maybe there's some tweaks for you to to move through. I know for me that I had on a spiritual level a very interesting pathway through having a real moment of there's got to be more to life than this, and I want to understand it. My mother was quite against the church. Something had obviously happened that didn't aligned for her, though she was a very big believer of the universal energies. So I did a walk through Buddhism first, spent quite a few years studying Buddhism, meditating with Buddhist monks, and I had a beautiful Buddhist meditation teacher. She was amazing. She's on my spirit team now, and I can feel her beautiful energy, very grateful to her. And then after that I walked through paganism and the goddess, and looked at all of that, and I studied anthroposophy, which is the philosophy behind Steiner education, and a big long walk through many years through personal development, to come to a place of then looking more at energetics, to understand what feels right for me. And it's all of those things have an influence on me, and I bring all of that into my belief system, where my faith comes from and what I rely on when in my daily life. But also it's my version of it, and it will be very unique, as yours will be. So this is a reminder to perhaps just have some time to contemplate, what does faith mean for you, and spend some time with that. I really hope that serves you, and I'll try and refresh these comments again, but it's not playing ball again. Let me see if I do it this way with something. So maybe we've come to a place of completion there. I'll do a quick check on my phone to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think we've covered off on everybody. Beautiful. And if you're listening, oh hi Joanne, how are you? Nice, jump in there. Of course you can have a card. And of course if you're listening to the recording, whatever connects with you is absolutely the message that you were asking for or looking for today. Okay. It's the card for Joanne. Thank you, Tina. What is that? Alrighty. We've got growth, Joanne. So this is beautiful growth, and this beautiful energy of spiraling up, and the joyousness, and it feels like she's in celebration mode. So it's really important for us to take the moments to stop and celebrate. That was the theme of our women's circle on the weekend, was celebration, and guided the women through a meditation about reflecting on the year that's passed, and noticing all the areas that stood out along that path, but also paying attention to the celebrations. What are you proud of? What's if you look back at the 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, you're a different woman to you were then. So celebrating that growth and celebrating who you are. It doesn't have to be massive, but it's important to acknowledge it, and that's what this card is about for you today. So alrighty, everybody has that opportunity to this is the time of year to start that review process, to give yourself space. When you get those moments, get your journal out, have a look back at, what worked, what were your challenges, what did you learn about yourself, what would you, like to set in motion for next year. Start this process now so that you can really start the new year with, there's a very clear vision, but also you want to be able to enjoy your downtime with family, or if it's quieter than that, whatever it is for you. This is the time of year that we have the opportunity to breathe out and to really, honour the year that's passed. So you're welcome, Lisa. Lovely to have everybody here. Reach out if I can be of assistance, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye, everyone.